you had a great day at work, and I just want to say I'm excited for you to take this time for yourself tonight. And this is a practice you can use to really unwind at the end of a work day and come back to yourself and your center so you can enjoy the rest of your evening however you choose to spend it. I know my mom, she's probably already walked the dog and started a bunch of other things, and now it's time to take care of yourself. So let's start at a comfortable position on our backs. You can have the knees bent or you can bring them out long. Really whatever you feel is most comfortable right now. You may want to place your hands on your stomach, maybe bringing the left hand to the heart. And we're just going to start to quiet the mind. It's been running around all day trying to get things done, tending to other people. And now it's time just to worry about yourself. So when we inhale, let's feel the belly rise. And as we exhale, feel the belly slowly deflate as you sink deeper into the mat. See if there's anything you can let go of on your out-breath. Any stress or tension in the body or in the mind. Seeing if you can let your breath heal and move things around. Really thinking about those exhales. Feeling your body melt down, releasing tension. And you may have been sitting all day if you had a desk job or maybe being bent over. So when you're ready, let's go ahead and lift the arms up above your head. Bring the legs out long for a full body stretch. And when you're ready, we're going to exhale. Bring the knees into your chest. Maybe rock from side to side. And once again, we'll bring it all out long, reaching towards each corner of the room. Big breath in and exhale. Bring your knees to your chest. Lift up your chin if that's comfortable. And give yourself a hug. Say to yourself, thank you. Or something like, I am strong. I am worthy. Then we'll go ahead and plant the feet. Taking a breath in here. We're going to inhale, lift up the right leg. Maybe roll the ankles. Flex and point the toes. Using our hands, we can go and give ourselves a little self-massage. Moving around that fascial tissue. Really pouring love and attention into ourselves. And when it feels okay, we're going to bend that knee and bring it into the chest, extending the left leg out long, rolling that right ankle, and breathing into this stretch. We'll stay here for 3 rounds of breath. And then on our last exhale, we're just gently going to open that right knee up to the right side. You can keep your right hand under your leg or your thigh for some extra support. as we just open up that right hip. And again, we'll breathe here for 3 rounds of breath. And on your last exhale, crossing it over just gently past your center line for a little bit of a twist. If you need a little bit of love, massaging that thigh again. And breathing here for those 3 rounds. We can go ahead, bring our right leg out, our right arm out to the side as we cross over with that right leg just towards the floor. It doesn't have to touch the floor. Just inviting this twist in as we feel our back open and our hips. Taking 2 full breaths here. And then with love and kindness, bringing that knee back into the chest and gently extending it out long. Taking a moment here, bending that right knee as we lift up our left leg, rolling the ankle, flexing the toes, and giving yourselves a gentle massage. Finding movement however that feels good in your body. And then bending that knee, we'll bring it in towards the chest, and if it's comfortable, extending the right leg out long. Maybe rolling the left ankle here as we take 3 deep breaths. And on our last exhale, gently opening that left leg up to the side and keeping our arm there for some support. And we'll stay for those 3 beautiful breaths. And on the last one, just gently moving past your center line for a small twist. And then if you want to go a little bit further, just twisting your bottom half as we keep both shoulders on the ground. And we breathe here. And gently come back through to center, bringing both knees into the chest and giving yourself a hug. We'll bring our knees out and plant them on the ground as we start to windshield wiper, moving with our breath at whatever pace feels good. Maybe try connecting your breath to each movement. And then we'll bring our knees back to center, walk them nice and close to our hips. And when we're ready, we're going to go to a bridge pose. So we can plant our hands beneath us, maybe touch our heels. And when you're ready, just gently peeling our hips up off the mat as we engage our core and lift up. And you can roll your shoulders under if you want. And you can stay here. Or if you'd like, you can move with your breath. Exhale, slowly bring you down. And inhale, rise up. Finding movement or stillness. Stay here for 2 more rounds of breath, whether that's in stillness or in movement. Gently lowering yourselves down. We're going to bring our right hand, arm or left up above us as we roll onto our side body. And here, envision anything you no longer want to hold on to exiting your body through your left hand. You can imagine the earth beneath you, your mat, just absorbing anything that no longer serves you. Allowing your body to release. And we'll gently bring ourselves up to a seated position. And if this is comfortable, you can sit crisscross, or you can sit up on a pillow, a bolster, or blanket. And just finding your long spine. You can imagine there's a string on the top of your head pulling you up, and your hips are being rooted down. So you can sit nice and tall. And when you're ready, we'll go ahead and bring our arms up to the sky, taking a big breath in and exhaling, coming into a twist. You can look behind you, or keep your neck relatively centered. Breathing into this twist. We'll go ahead and lift our arms back up and just switching to the opposite side. And coming back to center. Let's go ahead and do some seated cat-cows. So we're going to inhale, bring our torso forward as we open up our chest, and exhale, rounding the spine. Finding movement between these two poses as you connect with your breath. And one more on each pose. Good job. Let's go ahead and plant our right hand beside us as we come up with the left. Feeling a stretch all the way from our pinky down into our hips. Inhale to center, and exhale, plant the left hand coming up with the right. And back through to center. Let's do one more on each side. Remembering to move with compassion and love. Great job. Now we'll bring our hands to our knees and gently walk them in front of us. And we can just start to fold forward, just as far as is comfortable. Being mindful that we're not having our shoulders up at our ears, they're down. You can unclench your jaw. Maybe drop the tongue from the roof of your mouth. And we'll breathe here. Softly walk our way back up. We're going to go and switch our legs if they were crisscrossed. And I know this side may feel a little bit more odd. It always does for me. And same thing, we're going to bring our arms up to the sky. Feel our spine lengthen. And exhale, bringing them down as we again walk forward, coming into a soft fold. Feeling your breath move throughout your body. We'll walk our way back to center. Let's go ahead and do some wrist love. So let's just roll the wrists around, making sure they feel okay. Going one way and switching directions. You can go ahead and interlace the hands, pushing them away from us. Stretching out all your fingers and your thumb. them up above us, and gently bring our chest out, coming into a soft back bend, going as far as is comfortable. And we'll bring it down, untwisting, and we'll make our way to our hands and knees. A little adjustment, planting our hands beneath our shoulders and our knees beneath our hips. Let's go ahead and inhale, drop the belly, and look up. And exhale, pushing into the mat as we round our spine. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, round the spine. Continue this at your own pace for a few rounds. We'll come to a flat back. Let's go ahead and kickstand our leg out, bringing the opposite one out long as we come up with our left hand. And you can breathe into this open gate variation, maybe lifting up that leg if you want a little bit more, or keeping it lowered. And we'll come back to our tabletop position. Switching sides, kickstanding that opposite leg out, extending the opposite one, and as we come up with that right arm, breathing here, and again, if you want a little bit more, bringing up that foot. One more big breath here, and then coming back to our tabletop pose. Maybe wiggling the hips from side to side. And let's go ahead and come into a tiger pose. So to do this, we're going to lift our right knee up off, flexing those toes and looking up. This is our tiger pose. And bringing it down. Let's bring it up again. And just stay here for a couple rounds of breathing, or we can pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing it down, taking some time to just recenter yourself. And then we'll bring the left leg out, pointing those toes as we look up like a strong tiger, and lowering it down, taking a big breath in, extending it back up, and either staying in stillness or again pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing it down. We'll bring the knees mat width apart, toes to touch. Bringing the arms out in front of you, or they can be at your side with your knees together. As we rest in child's pose or extended child's pose. And here you can feel your body melt. Feel everything release. You're taking this time for yourself after a busy day. So any lingering thoughts, we can let them come and we can let them go as we remind ourselves that this is time for you. Nothing can interrupt. And we'll stay here for a few more breaths. You come to a tabletop position. And from here, just wiggling it out again. And we'll go ahead and bring our right foot in front of us as we come into this kneeling pose. And from here, we're going to engage our core and our legs to keep us upright, nice and tall. Feel free to add some extra padding under there or folding your mat twice if you need some more support under that knee. So here we'll lift our arms up, taking a big breath in and exhale as we open up to the side. Big breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, coming back to center as we twist to the opposite side. One more breath. Inhale, coming back through to center. Go ahead and come right back to our tabletop position. Switching sides. Taking a moment to get there. And then lifting your arms up when you're ready. And opening up to the opposite side. Taking one more breath in. And bringing your arms back up through center and to the other side. One more breath in here. And a breath out. And we'll come back through to center and planting those hands beside your feet again, coming to our tabletop position. We can walk our hands just forward a little bit, curl those back toes under as we come up to downward facing dog. We're not here for long, so let's just walk it out, feeling that stretch in the backs of our legs. And then you can crisscross or just gently walk up to the top of your mat as we come into a forward fold, letting everything hang heavy. And we'll inhale, coming to a flat back at our halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, coming up strong as we reach for the sky, and we'll come down with our hands to our heart, just reminding ourselves how worthy we are. And we'll bring our hands back up, taking a big breath in, and as we exhale, letting it go. Inhale to rise, exhale, let go of anything else that no longer serves you. Inhale, bring yourself up, and exhale. One more. And we'll stay with our knees bent, making sure that our feet are about hip width apart. Bring our arms up as we come into chair pose. Just taking a moment here, and then exhaling, coming up to standing. We'll let our arms float to our side as we come into our mountain pose. Imagine roots growing out the soles of our feet, keeping us grounded. And from here, we'll lift our arms back up to the sky as we exhale, forward fold our way down, planting our hands, and just gently coming to a seated position, and eventually to laying down. If you'd like, you can put a pillow underneath your knees, like a bolster or a blanket. Feel free to cover yourself up here as we settle into our final resting pose, our Shavasana. You can place your hands at your side, palm facing up, or somewhere on your body if that feels good. And as we breathe here, feel yourself rest. imagine a warm, glowing ball of energy at the soles of our feet. This energy can be anything you need it to be. It can be happiness, it can just be energy, or joy, strength. If there's anything you need, imagine this ball fusing into the soles of your feet as it purifies and cleanses your whole body. You can imagine this light filling up your feet, each toe, to your ankle, your shins and your calves, eventually filling it all the way up to your knees, your thighs, your hips, your front abdomen, and the sides of your torso, all the way up your back body, and the front of your chest, and your collarbones, all the way up to your left shoulder. Imagine this light energy pouring down your left arm into your elbow and your wrist, your left palm, and each finger on your left hand, until your whole left arm is filled with this lovely lighting energy. Imagine it coming from your collarbone all the way down your right arm, towards your right elbow, right forearm, wrist, palm of your right hand, each finger and thumb, until your whole right arm and your whole body beneath your neck is just filled with this energy as it cleanses and purifies anything you need it to. Imagine this energy coming up your neck, to the sides of your head and your ears, up the front of your face, each facial feature it covers and sinks into, in the back of your head, your brain, eventually filling up the crown of your head, until your whole body is filled with this beautiful energy. Take as much time here as you need to feel this, to breathe here, to remind yourself that you're worthy. When you're ready, bringing a little bit of movement back into the body, wiggling the toes and the fingers. Maybe bringing your arms up above your head. And when you're ready, coming onto your favorite side, taking a moment here, and then eventually pushing yourself up into a seated position. And when you're ready, we'll bring our arms up to the sky, taking a big breath in, and we'll exhale, bringing our hands to our heart center, reminding yourself of how incredible you are. I want to say thank you for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your night. You deserve it because you had a busy work day. Thank you for joining me.